What an opportunity! A good subject for a formal letter. And of course, a real situation would make the learning more effective and interesting. तो टीचर बोली, दिस इज सच अ लवली अपॉर्चुनिटी. मुझे तो वैसे भी फॉर्मल लेटर सिखाना था. तो बच्चे फॉर्मल लेटर लिखना सीखेंगे और उनको सच्ची का जो फॉर्मल लेटर है वह लिख के प्रिंसिपल को देना भी अच्छा लगेगा. सो इट इज लर्निंग एंड डूइंग इट ऑल्सो. बच्चे भी खुश हुए. When Mrs. Desai suggested this to her class, they were very excited. Excited means very eager and happy to do the job. They were so happy that they are going to write a letter to their principal. Without losing much time, Mrs. Desai began to teach her class how to write a formal letter. बिना कुछ टाइम को वेस्ट किए टीचर ने बच्चों को फॉर्मल लेटर सिखाना शुरू कर दिया. अब बच्चों आप भी ध्यान से देखें क्योंकि जब मैं पढ़ाऊंगी तो आप लोगों को भी देखना होगा कि फॉर्मल लेटर होता क्या है और कैसे लिखेंगे. सो टुमारो व्हेन यू हैव टू राइट अ फॉर्मल लेटर, मे बी टू योर टीचर or to your principal, you can write this letter because you have learned how to do it. So pay attention. The sender's address and the date should be written in the upper right corner of the page, she taught. So first of all, you will take a clean and neat sheet of paper. Now, on the upper right hand side of the paper, you will write sender's name and address. Now the sender is you. In this case, the sender is class 4. So the children will write the sender's name and address on the right hand side. Below the address, you have to write the date on which you are writing the letter. Now this will come on the right hand side. Let's see step number 2. The next step is to write the name or post of the receiver near the left margin. Then write his or her address below that. तो बच्चों राइट हैंड साइड पे आपका नाम और पता और डेट आता है. लेफ्ट मार्जिन जो पेज के लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे होता है उसमें जो आप किसको चिट्ठी भेज रहे हो, सो दैट वी कॉल एज द रिसीवर. इन दिस केस हु इज द रिसीवर? द प्रिंसिपल. सो द प्रिंसिपल्स नेम एंड स्कूल एड्रेस will come on the left margin. And remember, if you are writing her name, you also have to write the principal. That means the post of the receiver. So if you do not know the post, you can write the name. And whenever you are writing, remember you have to write very neatly because this letter is going to go to somebody very big and respected. After that, you must write the subject of the letter in short below the receiver's address, she further instructed. So after you write sender's address, date, then on the left hand side what do you do? Receiver's name, post and address. Below the receiver's address, you have to write the subject of the letter in one short line. Do you know the meaning of the subject of the letter? Subject means the topic of the letter, why you are writing the letter. Now here in this example, what will be the subject? request to take library books home to read. So write down the subject of the letter in a very short sentence. So now we finish 3 points. That's something new, remarked Sharon. We do not mention a subject in our friendly letters, do we? So Sharon, who is a child, is saying, this topic subject is something very new. ये जो सब्जेक्ट होता है हम नॉर्मल फ्रेंडली लेटर्स में नहीं लिखते. ऑफ कोर्स नॉट, सेड मिसेस देसाई. टीचर ने कहा, बिल्कुल सही. सब्जेक्ट सिर्फ फॉर्मल लेटर्स में आता है. व्हाट डू वी डू नेक्स्ट टीचर? श्रुति वांटेड टू नो. अब सब्जेक्ट के बाद आगे क्या आएगा? श्रुति पूछती है. यू एड्रेस द रिसीवर writing dear sir or dear madam. Remember, the rest of the letter also should be written in polite language. Right to the point, Mrs. Desai explained. Subject के नीचे आप जो रिसीवर को पत्र भेज रहे हो उसका नाम लिखेंगे and you will address the receiver by writing dear, or if she is a principal, you can give respect and write respected madam. And should we end it with yours lovingly? asked Renu. तो अभी you will write dear madam or respected madam. उसके नीचे आप अपना पत्र लिखेंगे short and very politely. You have to ask permission. So you have to use words like please, thank you, and you have to ask very politely. When you finish writing the main part of your letter and you have finished asking what you want, at the end, should you end it with yours lovingly? You are writing this letter to your principal. So can you write yours lovingly? Renu is asking. Oh no, said teacher. You can write that to your friends or parents or even to me. But when you are writing as a student to the principal, you may write yours faithfully or sincerely. So, teacher ने कहा, you cannot write yours lovingly. Yours lovingly is written when you are writing a friendly letter, maybe to your friends or maybe to your parents. You can even write it to me. But when you are writing it to the principal, at the end you have to put yours faithfully or sincerely. Do not forget to thank the receiver appropriately before you close the letter. Before you end the letter, it is very important that you thank the person to whom you are writing the letter. Come on now, let's draft this letter together. Draft means let's start writing it roughly first. Then you can correct it and make it right. After quite a few errors means mistakes. Cancellations is when you cancel, and changes. Here's the letter class 4 wrote to their principal. It was written very neatly. So children, पहले ड्राफ्ट लेटर लिखा था. ड्राफ्ट मतलब रफ कॉपी. उस ड्राफ्ट लेटर में काफ़ी सारे मिस्टेक्स थे, कैंसिलेशंस थे. तो वो सब चेंज करके जब फाइनल कॉपी लेटर का लिखा तो ऐसे दिख रहा था. This is how the letter looked. So if you look clearly children, here is the address of the sender and the date. On the left margin, you have written the address of the receiver. So, to the principal, then the name of the school and the school's address. After the receiver's address, the next line is the subject. Request for home issue facility. Home issue facility means to send the books home. Then they started the letter. Dear Madam, we the students of class 4 have a request. Our English teacher Mrs. Desai has informed us about many new books that have arrived in our school library. We are eager to read them. However, it is not possible for us to finish reading a book during the library period, which is only once a week. May we have your kind permission, madam, to take the books for home reading? We promise that we shall take utmost care of the books and return them on time. So children, can you see how well they have written? They have used words like may we promise. So they are requesting, and it's written in very short. You don't have to write too much in the letter. It should be to the point. And when they finished writing the letter, how do they end it? Yours faithfully, because she is the principal. And all the students are writing the letter, so you cannot write names. All students of class 4. So this is the way in which you have to write a formal letter. Try writing a formal letter at home. That is all for today, children. Thank you and have a nice day.